This is Irontrader. This is midday trading. So we're going to take a look here and see what crude oil is doing, what natural gas is doing, and then we're going to take a look here at one of my favorite trades, NVIDIA, NVDA. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, a 1 minute and a 5 minute chart. Now you can see crude oil there put in a lower low. We're going to take a look here at a daily and a weekly here in a little while. But you can see here that this is basically just a short trade, okay? I am long the SCO. I just don't see anything here unless we get some kind of a turnaround, okay? So now I'm going to show you here. See where we have this low, lower low, lower low, lower low. See, there's nothing here. See all these lower highs? This is all just tells you, man, just go short, stay short until you can work it back above. Now, when you look at this 5 minute chart here, see, it's the same thing, okay? There's nothing here that is bullish, nothing here that is positive, okay? There wasn't even any scalps today. I didn't take anything on the long side here, okay? So right now, like the UCO, it's just selling right on down. So we've got to see how it all going to close and how it's going to finish today. But when you see a chart pattern like this 1 minute chart here, you can trade this short just like you do long. And this is exactly how you do it, just the opposite when you see this kind of a pattern going on. Okay, see, look at there, and there's your 5 minute chart with that series of lower highs and lower lows. That's really never good. Now let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly chart. Okay, here we have the daily chart. Now what I do is I have in my office, I have 2 PCs and I have 10 screens going. So I have all this at one time. So I wanted to show you, basically what I can, okay? But what we have here, like we had on that 1 minute chart and that 5 minute chart, the first tail is right here, okay? So if you watch my video this morning, I says, watch that 75.35. That's going to be key on the downside, and watch that 8-day on the upside, okay? So once it breaks that, okay, on the close, that tells you got to get short, okay? So the next level was going to be right here, which is going to be a key level. That was going to be your 75.23 level, and obviously we went lower than that. So far today, we have a low there of 74.63, so we just go right to the left of the chart here, okay? So what we're looking here, you got 74.33, and I should say your low right here today, 74.63. Okay, so now again, if it loses that, then we want to come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 74.06. Okay, that'll be your next target, and then we're going to have a target right here. You're looking at 73.98. And then we can come all the way down here at 72.82 and then 72.48, which is your big retest. Now, when you look at the weekly chart here, this was holding it up very, very nicely. But again, we still do have a series of higher lows on the weekly chart where you have a low, the higher low, and so far higher low. But this is the big retest down here at that 72.48, which is basically that candle. So we got to see if it is going to hold that. Now, if it doesn't, then we can come right here below that. There's that 72.48, and then we can just work yourself all the way through here. Okay, look at here. You got all the way down to 69 level right there. Look at that, 67 level. Look at here, all the way down to 63.54 level here, okay? So this could go much, much lower. So when you look at your RSI here, now you're starting to get to an oversold condition. You're just not there yet. Same way with here on your MACD. You're still in a downtrend here. So this could come much, much lower, okay? So that's what you got to look at. This is the first chart that you want to look at is that daily. When you break that low, then you can start saying, hey, I'm going to trade this. I can look at a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a tick chart, a hourly, a 4 hour. But everything is going to be based on if you put in that lower low, she's going to keep right on going. It's just that simple, okay? So now on the upside, now we just got to do the reverse of it. So now we're looking at here as your resistance is this 75.23, okay? And then we're going to have yesterday's low. That's going to be your resistance there, 75.35. And then we can come over here, right here. You're looking at that 76.04. And then we can right there your 76.40. And then we have your 76.98. And then we have your 8 SMA here at 77.52. Now, once you get this crossover on this MACD where that green crosses that red, that's a sell signal until it reverses like we had here. Then once you get that 8-day over that 21-day, that's the kiss of death. Now she's over the 100, now the 50, now the 200-day, and then right down here, okay, you can see how she's just selling right on off here now, okay? So realistically, what we want to do is watch today's lows here so far, okay? Looking at that 74.62 level, That's what you're going to be trading against here. And then we're going to be looking right here at this next level. That's 74.06. Okay, that's going to be key. And then we can come all the way down till you work yourself all the way down to that 72.48 level. But this is bearish. There's nothing positive here at all. Okay, this is not oversold yet. This is not oversold yet. This is bearish. Bearish. Okay, same way with this. We have that series high, lower high, lower high. However, we do have the series of higher lows here, but is it going to hold that key 72.48 level here? That's going to be the big question. Okay, now remember, OPEC meeting will be out on August 1st. It's not going to be an in-person meeting. I don't think they're going to change anything. But when they see prices like this coming off, I'm sure they're going to try to do something here to get this price propped right back up. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your hourly chart and your 4-hour chart. Now you can see here we had that double top situation, 2.27. Then we came here and made a lower high, 2.26. Double top, sell off every freaking time, okay? Tried to work it, another double top, sell right off every time, okay? So then we got to see what we're going to do now. Now we have ourselves a nice little rally because now we just have the opposite. We're holding this key level here, support, at that 1.99 level, okay? So that's what we're looking here as your key support. And now she's trying to rally right back up here to possibly get to that 200-day at that 211. Now what you can do here is reverse this. If we can get back above that, then we can look at all these levels here as your resistance levels. That's why you want to use the price channels, because then what you do is if you can get above that 200-day, then we come up here to your next level, bring the price channel right across. What do you have? 2.15. Bring this level right across. What do you have? Okay, 2.17. And then bring it right across here. What do we got? Okay, then you got 2.22, and then we can ride it all the way on up here. So we can see it very, very clearly here on the 4-hour. We had this huge, just a slow grind sell-off, but now we started getting into a double bottom situation. So you got to get above this 2.15 level. Then we can start attacking these levels up here, okay, at that 2.25, 2.26 level. Then you can just start taking the channels, and this is going to be all your resistance levels. This is why you want to use these price channels. Makes life a lot easier. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have your daily and your weekly. Now, watch my video here last couple days. I was pointing out a couple things. Number one is this positive divergence. Just like we had here, this negative divergence, okay? See this? Came right on down. Now, positive divergence, we're looking for this to go right back up again. Let's just see. Now, your MACD here, okay, that was sell signal. And then now we're trying to work that bottom into this oversold condition, maybe take a leap right back up here again. Now, the key level I was pointing out here is this 1.99. That is very, very crucial, okay? If that is lost, just look right to the left of the chart, okay? What do you got? 1.97 on the top. You have 1.95. Look to the bottom there, 1.92, and then 1.90. But this is only if you lose that 1.99 level. There's your targets. Then what you can do here is then we can start looking at all of these targets here. You got 1.84, you got, what do we have here? 1.80, you got 1.78. But this is your fill right here at 1.67. That is your gap in your field, but that's only if this key 1.99 here is lost. So I said trade this range. You got 1.99 on the bottom, and you got this 8 SMA here sitting at 210 on the top. That's your range right now, okay? That's what you trade. Now, to me, I scalped some UNG today. Really, really good trade so far here. So you got to figure UNG, the bottom was 13.22 and the high was 13.91 there. So you got about a 70 cents. I got 50 cents already out of UNG, and I'm satisfied with that, okay? Now I'm going to see what this is going to be. If we can close above this 210 level, then your next target, just like that, with 2.15, just like on that hourly and the 4-hour chart. Then you have that 2.17. Then we have right here 2.20, and then you got your 2.22. Okay, but all that has to do is it's got to close above this. But right now, we got this range going on here, okay? 210 on the top, 199 at the bottom. Trade that range until she breaks either way. You break the 8-day, well, we know where we're going to be going, okay? If you lose that 1.99, then we know where we're going to go. Very, very simple, okay? Now, you look at a weekly chart here. Your 21 days still curling up. Your 8 days is still rolled over. But it looks like here, like maybe you want to have a little juice here. It can be just a matter of time. Seasonality is going to start coming in here. Another month here of this sideways action. And then remember, the first week of September, you want to go along with this bad boy and take this thing up higher, okay? So the key is going to be this 8 simple moving average. Above that, then we know what our targets are, okay? Below that, we know what our targets are. Okay, let's take a look here at NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA, one of my favorite trades, okay? Tesla's been coming off real well. Tesla came right off there because they say it had an upgrade yesterday by Morgan Stanley, but they're selling notions down at the beach there, okay? So you got to be a little bit careful of that. However, that being said, Tesla is a good trading stock. That's the key. Now, NVIDIA, remember their earnings are going to be coming out here on August 28th. Now, we got big earnings coming out there today after the close. You want to watch that. You got, and then Thursday after the close, that's more big earnings, okay? So we want to watch, make sure that we keep on ahead of these tech earnings. That's going to be very, very critical here. It's going to affect all technology here, okay? So what do we got here? Well, it's sold right on off here. Look at this 8. See? Same thing. When that price gets below 8 SMA here, it just wants to take it right on down. Okay, so now I was always pointing out this gap right here. Okay, so your gap there, the low was 106.94. Okay, that's obviously taken out. Okay, and then we have your high of 106.48. Okay, so this gap, this fill, that's already covered. Now, the next one you want to watch is right here, is 101.52. That's going to be very, very critical. And then what do we have on the top here? 96.02, gap and fill. These are your buying opportunities here if it holds, okay? But we also have others that we need to watch, okay? So you have 103.82, that's your 100-day on your daily, and then 104.44, that is your 21-day here. Now you can see here how we got above that 21-day, and we've been holding it ever since. Now, question is it going to hold it again? So just watch on the downside, 104.45 now, and then watch this bad boy right here, this 103.82, okay? That's going to be very, very key here on the downside. And then what we have right there, okay, 101.52, and then right here, 96.02, gap and fill, okay? So look at that, eh? See, that's why you trade the charts, okay? This has been a really good, you can do so much scalping on here because you can get, anywhere 4, 5, 6, 10 points a day on this stock here, just scalping it a couple times because it moves just that much, okay? And that's the beauty of it. That's what you got to have for a good trading stock is movement, okay? That is going to be the key. So for today, watch this key right here, level on a closing basis, 104.45. Watch this hundo, 103.82, and then we have that gap, 101.52, and then we have that fill at that 96.02. Now, upside, you really want to reclaim this 106.30. That'd be the key. Then we can just ride this bad boy up. But realistically, this 8-day is going to be the king right there. 114.97. You get above that, then this is what we got, 119.40, and then we have 122.18. So there's a lot of upside resistance here, and you have some good downside support. We'll see how it holds. Now, what we're doing is we're looking here. What did I do here? Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, so this is not oversold yet. Okay, so there's room here for this to go on the downside. This is not oversold yet. There's room to go on the downside. Now, if you look on the weekly, this here just getting started. This here is a bearish cross. Okay, once that green goes below the red, that's a bearish cross. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But remember, August 18th, or 28th is going to be their earnings. Okay, so just watch that. It's going to be very, very unique here, I should say here. But again, a lot of tech earnings. You got Apple, you got Amazon this week here. I think you got Meta going on here. You just got a lot of good earnings here. Microsoft is going to be going this week. So just watch these tech earnings because if one movement, okay, if one starts rallying up here, all of these will rally up here and NVIDIA will rip higher. Again, if they miss earning, this can take it all the way down and we can fill these gaps up here really, really nice, okay? But again, right now, this is not a buy and hold. This is a trader stock, okay? So just watch that and then watch that 21-day, that 100-day, that gap, and that fill here for support levels, okay? Upside, Watch that key price channel, that 106.30. You get above that, then you're going to be fighting that 8-day, okay? You're going to be fighting that 21-day, that 50-day. Everything's going to be right here. Okay, that's what I got for now. I'll be back here after the pit close, and we will look at crude oil and natural gas. And remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want. Thanks for watching.